that final match with Goldberg. A lot of fans are thinking about AEW should sign Goldberg. If Goldberg had problems with the way he got sent off.
Were the two names of my favorite pro wrestlers when I was a kid that I stated when I was a very young, small 5-year-old boy.
Was it The Rock and Goldberg?
It was. If Goldberg wants some, I'm right here. But I will embarrass him. I will demolish him.
You have got to hear what MJF just said to WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg, because leave it up to MJF to absolutely go nuclear. MJF has never been a guy that has been scared to speak his mind. In fact, he has literally made a career after being in your face and brutally honest with whoever in which he's interacting with, just trying to get a response from them. Why is he going after Goldberg? Well, you may know, but Uncle Bill was upset off about the fact that he did not receive his retirement match exactly like he wanted, which is utterly insane considering that he got enough of build. He got the right side of the build to the match. He got to challenge for a World Heavyweight Championship against one of the top workers in the entire industry, if not the entire company. And Gunther also did it in Saturday night's major event. In the main event, why did he not like it? Well, he felt like it needed a lengthier build despite the fact that he stated that he was injured in January and couldn't do it. Also, news flash, John Cena was holding his retirement tour. So, sorry, Uncle Bill, but we can't have two. Also, he is furious since his retirement speech got cut off. Sting's retirement match and retirement speech got cut short. Sorry, Uncle Bill. Now, with Goldberg going out there and really blasting WWE only to backtrack on his words, fans think that Goldberg is going to head to AEW despite the fact that he's absolutely trashed the company in the past. So to get ahead of this speculation, to get ahead of the narrative that Goldberg could be becoming the next guy to become All Elite, well, MJF was on Busted Open Radio and was asked if AEW fans would want to see Goldberg in the company, and MJF totally went off on this man and screamed this: "Stop me right there. If Goldberg wants any, I'm right here, but I will shame him. I shall smash him. I will snap, crack, pop every single tendon, ligament, and bone in his stupid old musty body. You know who's next? Nobody. He'd be last." Now, he made it obvious that a match of this significance would come at a high price for the promotion. He said if he wants a proper send-off, he should be facing a generational talent. I'm right here if he's interested, but I'm gonna need to be paid a lot of money if he wants to see the match, and I would suppose he doesn't come cheap either. So a lot of stars have to align for that to happen. Now he was also asked if AEW fans would actually want to witness the match, and MJF boldly answered in his box office appeal yes. As far as MJF versus Goldberg especially, I mean that's a major headline match in every and any period, and I think there's a lot of wrestling fans that feel that I would fit in that era a great deal, especially when you think of the folks and the mic workers of all time. Goldberg, a clumsy moron, not a great talker, but tremendously intense mirror that I cannot take away from. Yeah, I think that's a huge box office match. AEW fans would like to pull. AEW fans would appreciate if I pulled my trunks down and took a big fat dump in the middle of the ring. Alright, well, so that is MJF all over the place directly addressing this speculation. Okay, now, look, let's take into effect MJF here. He is if you're going to bring Goldberg in, if you want bots off his attraction. Sure, I would say MJF is your guy. Do I think this match is happening? No. Do I suppose that Goldberg is coming to AEW? No. Do I think Goldberg could come to AEW as a wrestler? No. Do I think Goldberg could come to AEW as an I don't know authority figure? No. He had his chance to go to AEW, and obviously, he didn't want to go, right? He has criticized Tony Khan, he's called their product cheesy, he's looked down upon other skills, and honestly, there's no need for him to go to AEW. He's talked about how he wants to have a proper retirement send-off like Sting. Well, guy, you had your shot. Like, if you went to AEW, Tony K would have treated you like a king. He would have done everything and everything you ever asked, and you would have got exactly what you wanted on a pay-per-view. Now, look, should have WWE put Goldberg's retirement match on a PL? No, and I'll tell you why. If you want to say it's a WrestleMania, if you want to say a SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, or name a random premium live event, a Goldberg match where the protagonist is over 60 and in 2025 it would not headline a premium live event. WWE wouldn't do so. They wouldn't think to do it since that's just not what they do right now. Premium live events are as desirable as ever in the triple-threat age. This is not Vince McMahon where he will put Goldberg vs. Brock Lesnar as your Survivor Series main match and it go 90 seconds. They don't do that. They attempt to put the best main event on as possible. Okay, the reason that they did it on Saturday night's major event was for 2 reasons. Number 1, it was a chance to pop a big number on NBC in which you could certainly headline with Goldberg in his last match. It was also in Atlanta, Georgia, the adopted hometown of a guy that was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and lives today in Texas. Yeah, but he loves Atlanta. So those are the reasons why if Goldberg in his retirement match was booked on WrestleMania 41, sorry Uncle Bill, you wouldn't be going on last. You would be maybe 3rd to 4th top of the billing, and that is including a Detroit WrestleMania. Same goes for SummerSlam. Do you believe he's gonna headline over John Cena vs. Cody Rhodes 2 or CM Punk vs. Gunther or a Roman Reigns tag team battle with Jey Uso? No, not at all. There's not even a probability that that would happen. Goldberg comes across as a guy that is sour grapes. He's a man that doesn't grasp that. Okay, you're a big star for a brief amount of time in WCW. Him saying, well, you wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have chopped off The Undertaker, Steve Austin, or The Rock's or John Cena's retiring speech. Well, I think you're missing a significant thing. You're not a homegrown talent in WWE. You're an outsider. You've always been an outsider. You've always been the guy at WCW for a short period of time. And once your undefeated strife ended, you were not the same star power in which you once were. Not to take away any of your accomplishments, not to take away from any of your work. You had your moment in the sun and you were never able to recapture that moment or even get close to that moment, especially in WWE, which oh by the way, your first tenure sucked. You disliked it. The company hated it. There's a reason why you departed after 1 year only to be brought back by Vince McMahon. Because you requested for your son to see you wrestle one time. They gave you that. They gave you many title runs with it. Yet he still has sour grapes. Sorry, Uncle Bill. This one's more on you. Over the past few years, allegations have popped up at various periods stating that Tony Khan was actively shopping around Ring of Honor for a media rights agreement, though nothing has yet materialized. A new report from Fightful Select claims that the talks did lead to another deal for Khan. The ROH owner was believed to have had a specific number in mind that he wanted to reach for a TV agreement for the promotion, and no proposals were able to match that bar. However, the negotiations did lead to Khan and Warner Brothers Discovery agreeing to an arrangement for True TV to begin airing AEW Dynamite reruns on Friday nights, which began in January. Khan has apparently contacted to numerous media firms regarding ROH over the last few years, but there haven't been any discussions that got close to concluding. On the matter of the purported AEW Shockwave series, it was reported to be more of a pitch to Fox rather than anything that became near to a reality. AEW and WBD agreed to a new media rights arrangement last year that entered into effect at the beginning of 2025. The arrangement will run through the end of 2027, with an option for WBD to pick it up for a 4th year. Although Khan owns both AEW and ROH shows are taped during AEW events, the latter company wasn't part of the media rights arrangement. For now, the promotion's weekly series will continue to stream on its own subscription site.